we have the current stock market update for Mara Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker MARA. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So here we're looking at the 4-hour price chart. Each candle on this time frame represents a 4-hour trading period. And as we can see here, the stock is attempting to sort of break out of the sideways trading range that has mostly been in place since roughly the beginning of August. So this is really quite a while now that share prices have been caught sort of in this area right here. So it's a lot of downside price action. And, within this price action, we really were also seeing some fairly significant downside breaks in the bearish direction, which actually probably turned out to be, better viewed as false breakouts to the downside. So, currently I would really need to see a more clear break of this roughly 1880 to 1910 level in order to sort of finally confirm that outlook was correct. But that does appear to be what is going to be happening at this point. So, all of this downside price movement here was very significant in nature. I mean, this was a lot of bearish activity. We fell through several support zones in the process. But if we're able to break out of this sideways consolidation trading range here in the upside direction, I would then feel confident enough to sort of say that this prior low at 1317 was actually a false breakout to the downside. So, currently what we're dealing with, is a lot of resistance that's coming in right around this sort of 1880 to 1910 level. We haven't really broken above here yet, and this level is significant because not only is it a region of historical resistance, but it's also the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement zone of this entire trending move here. So if we're looking at 2730 all the way down to 1317, this 38.2% retracement area does come into very close contact with this 1880 resistance zone. So we have started to sort of grind through here a bit, and it does look like there has been enough pressure on the upside at this point to finally see this area break. But what we're really looking at here, what this chart really reminds me of almost, it's really like a kind of a super micro type of chart structure at the moment, because with that stock, anybody that's been following those videos, and I do recommend people take a look at that price chart as well, because there are a lot of similarities here. But what we're seeing here was a lot of prior downside price movement, a lot of support breaks to the downside. All this activity was followed by a series of sideways price movements that really did sort of signify a period of consolidation or basing at the bottom of a downtrend. For anybody that's long the stock, that is the most positive scenario that you can hope for at that point, because what that would really suggest then is that these prior declines have completed themselves, and that you're starting to see some sideways trading action that could suggest that a longer term bottom is in place. So with the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement zone coming into contact with this prior resistance region, this will be a very important breakout to the top side if we really kind of do see a convincing price movement in the upward direction. It's been a bit messy. It hasn't been exact here because we have already started to see some price movements above 1883, and then even the 1883 area is slightly above that 38.2% retracement level. So for these reasons, you do need to see sort of a more forceful movement here, complete with some closing periods on the longer term time frames. So at the very least, like a 4-hour time frame, what you want to see is a 4-hour close, preferably above $20 per share. I mean, if we can get to that point, that also sort of removes a psychological resistance zone, and it does then make it very clear that this prior 1883 area is broken, and that 38.2% retracement zone is also broken. For the most part, I would suggest that this is the most likely scenario, because as we can see here, we're trading now above all of the major exponential moving averages, and if we look at the indicator reading as well, most of the recent activity has been positive. There is a bit of a conflicting signal here, though, that we do have to watch, because those prior declines. This is a 4-hour price chart, so it's really not a short-term time frame here, and these prior declines go all the way back to those 2730 highs. So we still haven't completely broken through that condition, but that shouldn't be surprising because we also haven't broken through the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of that trending move. So the majority of that trending move is still in place. So it shouldn't be surprising that the momentum also is still in place. We do need to see some upward price movements here in order to sort of invalidate this bearish momentum condition that is seen. There is some positive momentum here, though, so this does suggest that we're starting to see a bit of a turning point here, and I think that if we can get above that $20 level, I think that the relative strength index will also be moving high enough, probably into overbought territory at that point. But that's not exactly the worst problem to find, because you would also be losing this downtrend in share price momentum as well. So if I had to choose between trading in overbought territory and breaking through a downtrend in momentum, I would take the break of the downtrend in momentum. I would prefer to trade in overbought territory at that point. Because assets can trade in overbought territory for quite a while. It can actually happen. It's not the most likely scenario, but it can occur. And if I'm bullish on the stock, what I would want to see would be a removal of the negative trend momentum, because this is what really kind of opens the door to some deeper, further price gains to the top side. So just to close out the video here, we will look at some potential upside price targets here if we do see breaks into that $20 level. The first level that I would be watching does come in right around $21.90. This would then be the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this major trending move here. So, that would sort of be the next level to watch to the top side. And then if you do start to break above there, then you really do have a major forceful price movement in place. There would be no question at that point that this break into 1317 would have been a false breakout to the downside. And you can start to look at full retracements then of this entire trending move if you do get above that 618% retracement level. There are still some resistance levels that need to be overcome first. But there is a potential path here to some fairly strong gains if a couple of price levels can be broken. So here's the current market update for Mara Holdings, stock ticker MARA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.